Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I'm the head of International Department of Braiden Consulting law firm. Today I've collected several interesting questions regarding getting a permanent residence permit in Russia through investments. Let's go!
Who are the accompanying family members who can obtain a residence permit by investment?
The law establishes that along with a foreigner who has made an investment in the Russian Federation, a residence permit can also be obtained by spouse, children including adopted children, spouses of children, parents including adopted ones, spouses of parents, grandparents and grandchildren.
Will accompanying family members who plan to obtain a residence permit be required to pass language exams?
Foreign citizens who have made investments in Russian Federation and are applying for a permanent residence permit must submit a document confirming the foreign citizens' proficiency in the Russian language, knowledge of the history of Russia, and the fundamentals of the legislation of Russian Federation.
I want to buy some real estate in Crimea. I've heard that a foreigner cannot purchase and own housing there. Is that true?
Since March 2020, foreign citizens, stateless persons, and foreign legal entities are prohibited from owning land in most regions of Crimea. President Vladimir Putin signed a decree in March 2020, according to which most regions of Crimea were included in the list of border areas where foreigners cannot own land. Restrictions are imposed on land ownership in 19 municipalities of Crimea, 25 in total. Among them are Evpatoria, Kerch, Yalta and Sudak. The ban on foreign ownership of land also applies to 12 municipalities of Sevastopol. The ban didn't include lands in Simferopol, Jankoy, Krasnoperekopsk, Belgorodsky, Krasnogvardeyski and Pervomaysky districts.
How soon after making the investment can I apply for a residence permit?
If you have purchased real estate, you'll be able to apply for a permanent residence permit only 1 year after registration of ownership. If you have made an investment in a socially significant object, then you can immediately contact the Ministry of Economic Development to issue a conclusion on whether the investment you made meets the criteria for obtaining a permanent residence permit. The Ministry of Economic Development can consider your application up to 30 days. After receiving the conclusion, you can apply for a permanent residence.
Are all types of real estate subject to investment? Can I buy an apartment plus commercial premises for my business? Is it possible to invest in just buying land, or does it have to be a specific property?
The government decree establishes that foreign citizens can obtain a residence permit 1 year after purchasing a property for any purpose at the construction stage, or 2 years after putting the property into operation. Based on this, a foreigner can purchase both an apartment and a commercial premises, but the purchase of a land plot itself will not be considered as an investment given the right to a residence permit. If you build a residential building on a plot of a land with a cadastral value not less than that specified in the government decree, then after 1 year you'll be able to apply for a permanent residence permit.
What is the difference in the cadastre and market price of real estate? What price is annual real estate tax calculated from?
The cadastral value of housing is determined by government agencies. It is used as a tax base when calculating property tax, gift tax and income tax when selling an apartment. The cadastral value may not match with the market value, it may be less or more. The cadastral value is calculated without inspecting the apartment. They take into account the city, region, age of the house and area. They don't take into account renovations, views from the windows, and the cadastral value of apartments with the same layout in the same building is usually equal, even if expansive designer renovations have been made in one and plaster is falling from the ceiling in the other. Authorities recalculate the cadastral value of housing every 3-5 years. In cities of federal significance like Moscow and St. Petersburg, apartments and houses can be revalued only every 2 years. If the cadastral value is disputed by more than 30%, the revaluation is carried out earlier. To find out the cadastral value, you need to create a request on the Rosreestr website. All you need is an address or cadastral number. It is indicated in the extracts from the Unified State Register of Real Estate. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and share, and please send us your questions for our next videos. Stay tuned to Braiden Consulting Law Firm.